Hi, this is Kim from Dirty Diaper Laundry. Today's video look is at the newest version of the bumGenius Elemental, also called the bumGenius Organic. Anyone who's been around for a very long time remembers there used to be the bumGenius Organic, and then they called it the Elemental, and then they changed the inside of the diaper, and most of us preferred the original Organic slash Elemental to the second version. Now this is the third version, and they are all going to be easy to tell apart because the changes are fairly significant between the three. So let's talk about what those changes are. But first, if you're brand new to bumGenius and you're just looking at this diaper without any previous knowledge of the other ones, let's just go ahead and go over it as a diaper. bumGenius diapers are one size fits most, meaning they should start fitting somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds all the way up to about 35, and that will get you up to potty training. And you can size it down or size it up with these rise snaps. And of course you have an adjustable waist. And they only make this in a snap. Snaps are just, they last longer. So most brands prefer to just make snap closures on the waist. You can go all the way down as it was. And as the baby grows, you can unsnap it and then re-snap it to the middle rise setting, since there's 3 different size options. And you'll have one set exposed, and then once they grow a little more, undo it. And this is how it becomes a one size diaper, by adjusting the rise snaps. And that is it, fully extended. So this is the waist adjustment. It has 2 snaps per tab. It does look a little confusing at first, but you normally will get the hang of it. Just as you're putting it on the diaper, wrap it around their tummy, pull it to where it's fairly taut, but not too tight, and then close on the waist, and then again on the bottom. And then you'll do the same for the other side, and you'll get a feel for it. It's really not too difficult. It just takes a little bit of practice. This whole thing is waterproof on the outside, so it makes it a very modern, convenient option. You don't need an extra cover. Now, we'll look at the inside of the diaper, and you definitely want to know what that looks like. And this is why it's called the bumGenius Organic. This is organic cotton. It's not the darker organic, and it's not going to take as long to prep as some of the other brands, but you will still have to prep it for it to be fully absorbent. In the previous version of this diaper, it had the attachment at the front panel and at the back. And then it had pee well here, and it had more layers in the center. In the very first version, everything was attached just in this little center area, and it had this layer of cotton. People did not like the exposed PUL, which is the waterproof layer here, and so they sort of combined those 2 different diapers into this newer version. Fans of the original Elemental, the very first one, are very happy about it, and I'm very happy about it because I much prefer having the cotton here and the non-encased elastics with the soft cotton here. So you've got lots of layers of cotton between what is underneath. We have a total of 6 layers of cotton. So if you need extra absorbency, you can always take a doubler and lay it beneath and use this overnight. Since I do prefer natural fibers for overnight, I would definitely use this. Now, when you're putting it on the baby, since this is a one-size diaper, you have this loop of fabric, and it might seem like it's too much and too bulky when it's snapped all the way down. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, some people prefer to roll it back. Has a little stitch line. You can just sort of fold it into the back, and that way you have a clean layer up against the baby. You can also fold it towards the front if you want more absorbency in the front. And then once you put it on the baby, it is going to stretch out. So it always seems like there's more fabric, but once you sort of stretch it onto the baby, you're going to find that you have less fabric left over than you really originally thought. Has a little bit of the PUL in the back, so it's not all cotton. Same at the belly panel, you have a little bit to help prevent leaks coming up to the clothing. Any diaper that has non-encased elastic, so it doesn't have another stitch line here, you're going to want to watch for rolled out fabric. Sometimes it wants to do this when it's around the baby's legs, and that is what's going to make leaks onto the baby's onesie or their pants. So after you put the diaper on the baby, Just make sure all of this is tucked in around the legs, both sides. It also has a little bit of encased elastic at the back. That's going to help prevent those nasty blowouts that are so common with disposable diapers. That's going to hold it in nice and tight. You just want to make sure you apply it with a little bit of taut. Pull it a little taut when you put it around their waist so it holds all the nasty wet poops in. So that's it for this look at the bumGenius Elemental 3. So thanks for watching this video look at the bumGenius Organic or the bumGenius Elemental 3, depending on what you want to call it. If you want to see how this diaper performed for our reviewer, you can click the link in the video description.